3, 2, 1. It's your video.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Hi guys, good morning, afternoon, evening.
Alright, Jim Carrey.
Yeah. In today's video, we're doing a tattoo tour, but it's not for me. It is for Tom over here.
Hello.
Yep. It's alright. It doesn't get out much.
No, not at the minute. Shut down.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna show all of Tom's tattoos. He is mainly tattooed on his arms and legs. You've got 2 behind your ear, which you can't forget about. No. When did you get your first tattoo? How old were you?
I was 18. Okay. I was sensible. I didn't go to somewhere. I don't have my first tattoo anymore. It's been covered up. But
right.
Yep. But yeah, I was 18 when I got my first tattoo.
Do you know how many you got now?
More than I can count.
Okay.
I probably have quite a fair few.
What one is your favourite?
I think it varies from day to day. I think one of my favourites to start with is the snake that I've got here. Yeah. Just because it's surprisingly colourful for most of my tattoos. It's probably the most colourful one I have.
There's pink in there.
There is pink in there. Some pink and blue in there. Yeah. And probably my cattle grid actually that's underneath it. But we'll get to all that. Yeah. What's your least favourite?
It's
probably the inside of my arm is my least favourite in the minute. There you go. So this is probably my least favourite, and that will be covered up.
Okay, where should we start? Should we start behind the eyeball? I mean, the eyeballs.
Should we start from the head down?
That's what he said. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna be filming with this camera, and then Tom, luckily, actually has his own camera.
I do.
So we'll be swapping and swapping.
Yeah, we're all good.
How do I use this?
Same as your one, I think. Just push that one and push that. Oh, that one. Yeah. Just push it and off you go.
How do I know if it's recording? Oh, it says record.
It says recording. It's not like that one where it says it there. Yeah. Like that one, it says it there. Yeah. So.
Okay. Right. So behind your ear. Yeah. Turn your head, fam.
Right. So we'll. No, I don't need to set my glasses off because
you don't. No.
So this ear is my.
It's the 2 hearts.
Yeah. So originally I wanted just one black heart, which will sort of. But I knew from when I wanted behind my ears done that I wanted 2 designs. One of them being a black heart. Yeah. So I have a black heart there, and then so Emma did it. Emma Arietti, she did it, and then as she finished the black heart, basically Camilla, who works in the shop, came over and said, "You should put a broken heart next to it." And I said, "Okay." I was literally just lying there like, "Yeah, cool, do what you want." So they put the other one in upside down, which I think looks kind of cool. So that's that really. There's no story behind it. I literally just went, "I want a black heart behind my ear," and they did it for me. So on this side, I have the Lil Pump sad face. No, it's just a sad face. It just doesn't really. I knew that I wanted this again behind my ear. Yeah. Never mind the fact that Lil Pump has it on his forehead. We'll ignore that. It's not a Lil Pump tattoo. I don't like Lil Pump. But that's all that is. Yeah, there's literally nothing to that. I just got this done because I wanted it. Okay. Again, Emma did it again. Most of my tattoos are done by Emma. Okay, arm. So we'll start with this one. So this is my Cerberus Cover-Up. So I had a really bad like watercolor sort of design behind here, which I didn't really like too much anymore. And I was talking to my friend actually about what I should get covered up, and he was the one that suggested I get like a massive Cerberus. So I went to Emma and basically said to Emma that I'm thinking to get a Cerberus over this, and she literally just went, "Yeah, cool, we can do it." And then it took 4 or 5 sessions to do, and it's now fully finished. I think she said she wants to touch up a few places here and there, but that's pretty much done. And then this will all be a sort of Greek mythology sleeve eventually. So in here I have a quote from a song called "Kicking Your Crosses Down" by Circa Survive. At the time I really liked Circa Survive, and I don't know why, but this lyric just stuck with me. So it actually says, "Purchase your ticket, I'm kicking your crosses down." I don't know why I did it. I was probably 19, when I got this done, and that's now
why I did it.
And that's now, I don't know why I do half the tattoos there. Looking back on it now, like, I don't like it, and that'll obviously get covered up as part of the thing anyway. So a wrist tattoo, which is just 2 triangles. There's literally nothing more to it than that. Again, I was 18 and I was like, yeah, cool, I want to get 2 triangles. I don't know whether I want these covered up or not, because even though it doesn't really mean anything, I kind of like it. And I kind of like the fact that people are like, why do you have 2 triangles tattooed on your wrist? And I'm like,
why not?
exactly. So
next arm.
Next arm. So this is an urn. It was done by a
No,
it was done. You control my arm, and at the end of the day, you're in control of this. So you control this.
Okay, go.
So this is an urn. It was done by a guy called Joe Ellis. He, at the time, he was an apprentice at Cocker-Snook in Newcastle. Now, I don't know where he is now. Last I knew, he was at Sacred Electric in Leeds. I don't know if he's still there. This was one of 2 tattoos that I got done at Cocker-Snook. So yeah, as an apprentice, it's just an urn. I really liked, I think what it was I saw that he drew like an urn design, and I said to him I really liked it, and he was like, okay, it's an older one, so he would redraw me another one. And
then what else you got up in there?
Should we go from the inside?
Yeah, let's do this cool lady.
This is my gypsy head tattoo. This was
you
like
can't say gypsy nowadays.
What?
You can't say gypsy nowadays.
What is it?
Romany?
It's not a gypsy tattoo. Yeah, but I have that. I think this was when I first started. This was the first tattoo I got when I was sort of getting more into tattoos and everything like that. From what I understand from doing my research on it back in the day, was that one of these lady heads was meant to sort of represent sort of like good luck and things like that. So this was done by Greg Scott when he was at Cocker-Snook. I don't know where he works now. It's in Newcastle somewhere. So this is a combination. So the main tooth itself was done by a friend of mine called Johnny. The story about how I met this dude is, I'll save it for another day, because it's quite a long-winded story and I don't really want to...
That's fine.
But he basically did this for me, I think for like 20 quid. The actual tooth itself, the blood and a couple of the drops, and then the little sort of crown that's above it, and then a couple of the other sort of blood drops are by Emma. I booked in with her to just like for a full day just to fill in sort of gaps. So she filled this sort of little gap in for me here and then just added a couple of extra ones in. Same with this candle. To be honest, this candle again is just by Emma, so it's just a gap filler. This one was done by Greg Scott again, just because it was a gap that needed filling. Emma did this little vine here, and she did this burning castle to fill this gap because it's quite an awkward sort of triangular gap and there wasn't really anything I could think of to go in it. So she was like, I'll put a castle in it, and I was like, cool. So she did that, and then if you come up the back here, I can't really see it. Should we turn around?
No, we'll
swap places.
Yeah.
This one here, I can't see them, so...
Yeah, no, you're good. So you got a centipede.
So again, the centipede was done by Emma, which was just to fill a gap. I think there's a matchstick in there.
Yeah, that's here.
And an eye in there.
The eye is up here.
Up here, there somewhere. That's all done by Emma,
yeah.
Which is again just to fill the gap.
You got a noose.
The noose that goes around my elbow, that was done by Greg when Scott, at the same time, he did this heart rope design. So he did that for me. Then I think that's everything.
That's everything up top.
On the top of the arm. So we'll go down to the bottom half.
Yeah.
We'll do this one. So this was done by Dan Hartley. I think he posted on his Instagram. He had like just a pure black flash. Then he was doing designs off of it for 100 quid. So it's a pair of hands that are making the devil's face, like just here as the statue. Which I quite like. Statue, not statue, silhouette. I also have a little wishbone here, yeah. Which Emma did again just to fill a gap. We'll come around here to the big boy. This was my favourite tattoo for a long time. This is my Plague Doctor tattoo that was done by Greg. This was where my first tattoo was just in here, and now it's just full Plague Doctor. I wanted something big and black to sort of cover it up. So we went with the Plague Doctor. I really like how it's come out. It's just an all round nice tattoo. I like it. So here I have the name Sid. This is for Well, it's actually for two things. It was the name of my old dog and my old rabbit. They were both called Sid. So that's why that's in there. Again, the stars around it was just done by Emma again, and the name was done by Emma just to fill a gap. There's a wolf here, which was done by a lady called Ruby Quilter when she used to work at Red Ink in Luton. I think she works in LA now, but this was when her work was like super cool, clean trad, and now she just likes like really sort of delicate black and grey stuff. So a complete contrast to this, but a little saw in here. We're trying to get all the tattoos in. The saw here, which was done by Emma as a gap filler. And then I've just seen this one here, which is my skull. With a flower coming out of it.
Oh yeah, this one.
It's around here somewhere, I can't see. But yeah, this was done by a guy called Matty Spears, who works at Hand of Mysteries in Dunstable. He did that. I think he posted on his Instagram that he just had a bunch of flash done. He was an apprentice at the time.
Really?
I booked him with 2 full days with him, I think back to back, and this was one of the designs that he did. So yeah, that's my arm done. My hand, finally. I've wanted my hand tattooed for ages, so this was done by Emma again. It's still healing in a minute, which is why it looks the way it looks.
Okay, this leg.
Work from this leg.
Right. Which is your left leg.
So my left leg.
Your left leg.
Right. We'll start with this. So this is a design that Emma did for me. Basic story behind this was I had a day off work. I walked into the tattoo studio and just said to Emma, do you have any space to tattoo? And she was like, my appointment's literally just cancelled, so I've got a couple of hours. So I was like, okay, cool. Had a look through the sort of design book that she had, really liked the look of this. So we put it on the side of my knee. My danger noodle that was done by, this one was done by Maddie at Rivergate. I had this lined to start with, and then I had it coloured at the same time I had my hand done. So that's why in places it's still looking a bit dry and a bit
fresh.
Yeah, and she did the scorpion that's next to it on the other side of my knee. This was the first tattoo that I got by her. Again, just fancied it. I really wanted a traditional sort of scorpion. If we go for this boy at the back, this is my sort of heart, a couple of knives going into it and stuff. This was done by Matty Spears. Quite like this one. It's not in the most pleasant place, but I somehow managed to fall asleep during it, and he was surprised that I didn't have any sort of really reaction to it.
What the hell?
I was just kicking it, and he was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine, why? And
he
was like,
is the worst.
I was fine. I didn't find it too bad. Yeah, he did this one for me as well, which is just a hand, like an eye in the palm, and he did these ones for me, which is 2 hearts with the words mother and father in it, for my mum and dad. A big boy down the side of my leg, which is a Grim Reaper with a noose and a scythe, obviously. The quote from it is, "Death is the only thing keeping me from you," which is actually a lyric by my friend's band, my friend's old band. I just really like the lyric to start with more than anything. This is my snail. This was when I was in my old band. Both myself and the drummer had this tattoo. So we got this done at Bedford Tattoo Convention by Sam Childs. Sam did this as well. I should have said, sorry Sam. The next day we had a photo shoot where we had to be knee deep in a reservoir. So we made socks out of bin bags. So we put bin bags on and then like gaffer taped them to our leg and then went into this reservoir.
Don't do this at home, kids.
It was fine. I didn't get infected. So that's that one. We'll go to the inside of my leg now. So this is my cobra that's done by a guy called Tropical Dan, which most of his tattoos at the time all had this sort of pink and blue sort of colouring in it, almost like his sort of trademark, if you like, almost. It was all these sort of colours in it. I didn't actually decide on these colours. He literally went, I'm doing this tattoo and I'm putting these in. I was like, cool, whatever. Underneath that, it says the words cattle grid. So this is one of 2 tattoos that I have with my sister that's sort of matte. So me and my sister in December last year, we drove around the north coast of Scotland, and we decided that when we were there we were going to get a tattoo to sort of commemorate it. And yeah, that was what we got. She has cheers on her leg, and I have cattle grid. We decided these on the day. Here, this was done by Sam. This is the first tattoo I got from Sam. It says part of the crew, part of the ship. I believe it's actually a quote from Pirates of the Caribbean. It wasn't meant to be. I didn't want to get a Pirates of the Caribbean tattoo, but now I have one. We said it a lot in our old band. Moving down, I have my toes done. So the weird symbols on them.
Here we go for fetishes.
Sorry. So yeah, these are hobo code symbols. So it's a way in like America that homeless people sort of communicate with each other. First tattoo I got from Emma, which is like a half and half lady. So it's a lady facing down, and then if you're looking at it, there's a devil face here, and then there's a lady face there. Yeah. She did this little vibrant little rose boy. I have this umbrella, which is done by Matty Spears. Again, this was one of the last ones he did for me. Underneath that, I have Klaus from American Dad, which was from my mate Johnny. He now tattoos in Canada. He did this for me for free, I think. He did it for me for free, or I paid him for like needles and ink. So again, it was no more than 20 quid. Moving up, it's my spider from Sam. That sucked. I think at the time I was the only person to finish a knee tattoo in one sitting from Sam, because I don't know if I still am now, but yeah, that sucks. And then finally, the other one that I have matching with my sister is the word childish. This is from the TGF channel. It's from them, and it my sister has a similar one on her. I think it's because both me and my dad, me and my mum have sort of got matching tattoos, and then me and my sister didn't, so we got TGF ones, because at the time that was the only thing that we actually, that was the first thing we could think of. We were like, oh, we both like this, let's get that done.
That's all of them?
I think that's all of them. I think, yeah,
because you haven't got your stomach or your back.
No, none on my back, none on my stomach or chest or like ribs.
Do you have anything on the back of your thigh? Oh, your Boba Fett.
My Boba Fett.
Your Boba Fett.
Oh my God, my Boba Fett. Oh God. Right, so.
Oh Lord, hang on, I'm going down.
So this is, it's my Boba Fett. This was done by Kerry Ann Richardson, Cocker Snook. So it's like a proper traditional sort of dagger going through.
There's not much light on this. Hang on, let me get my phone.
Your phone's here.
There we go.
So it's like it's a Boba Fett's helmet with a proper traditional style dagger going through it with like bits of blood and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we decided to go for a dagger rather than something like a lightsaber or something, because
yeah,
I think it was a little bit different, and at the time I was all about sort of getting to the different.
It's everything.
That is now everything.
Okay, well that is Tom's tattoo tour. Proper rinsed him of his ink.
Yeah, but when you're on like a 3-week lockdown, it's just gonna be, I'm just gonna get abused. So,
actually rinsed for content.
Rinsed for content. It's all about content.
It's all about the content.
All about content.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I certainly did. I get to go put some trousers on now because I'm cold.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Bye.